Hello everyone and welcome to another Star Wars figure review. Today we're going to take a look at some more Build-A-Weapon figures from Star Wars The Force Awakens, and to round out the snow mission theme of the Build-A-Weapon series, we're going to take a look at the very cool Kylo Ren. Now, as you can see, this particular figure of Kylo does depict him unmasked, in which he spends the majority of the film, but a very cool figure and really one that I was excited to get, and one that I'm even more excited to give you a look at, as this one is absolutely phenomenal. So before we get into the review of the figure itself, let's take a look at the packaging that Kylo Ren comes in. Once again, we do have the standard Force Awakens packaging design with this one. As you can see, Kylo masked is featured prominently at the top of the card, with the Force Awakens logo just at the side. Very cool artwork there on the box of Kylo Ren in action, obviously on Starkiller base during his duel with Finn and Rey. On the back of the box we have some other figures available in the Build-A-Weapon series, the Stormtrooper Squad Leader and 9 Numb, who I've previously reviewed, of course Kylo Ren himself, and all of these figures from the Snow Mission theme can be collected to assemble the Build-A-Weapon pieces pictured on the card back, which I'll give you a look at in just a minute. So that is the packaging that this figure comes in. And before we take a look at the figure itself, I'll give you a look at those assembled pieces. Now, this is the weapon that we get with Kylo Ren. I've got to say, this is quite an ironic piece to be included, I think. It's funny that the figure itself is, engulfed in black robes with a hood, and he comes with a weapon that looks like a scythe that the Grim Reaper would carry around. Quite a funny twist on that one. I think that was done intentionally. If not, then, well done Hasbro, you made a funny. But it's a very similar sort of weapon to the one included with Captain Rex from the Build-A-Weapon line, in the sense that it's a staff or vibro axe, and it does feature a firing missile as well, which again is locked into place and you can't really fire it. So a little bit of a fault there in terms of the design, but it's there nonetheless. And as I mentioned, you can assemble this part with the rest of the figures from the Build-A-Weapon line. So that includes 9 Numb and the Stormtrooper Squad Leader. And as you can see, just take those other pieces for you very quickly. And I'll assemble that weapon for you. So there is the tripod and cannon from 9 Numb and the Stormtrooper. Gotta say, it doesn't look too bad like this. You can imagine this on a battlefield, despite the rather cheesy sci-fi paint job. And then you proceed to make it weird by attaching the scythe on the top, which, what the hell? I don't understand this at all. What is going on with that? What kind of weapon is that? That just looked ridiculous. Without this, yeah, fair enough, practical weapon. But then what the hell? Let's add a scythe on top. I really don't understand that myself, but it's there. It's doing its thing. Okay, Hasbro, we'll not question that too much. Let's jump into the figure itself. Very questionable combination there. But the figure itself, despite a questionable Build-A-Weapon piece, is phenomenal. And I've got to say, this is my favourite Kylo Ren figure released in 3 3/4 inch form so far. Absolutely love this guy. He looks fantastic. And what's really nice and refreshing to see is the fact that this isn't just a kit bash of previous Kylo Ren figures. This is a brand new sculpt from head to toe, and Hasbro have even pre-posed him. So you've got a brand new sculpt and a brand new look for this figure, as opposed to other Kylo figures in the line. Now, I'll run through articulation first, and then we'll talk about some of the features and accessories. We do get a ball joint at the head and swivels at the shoulders, and of course swivels at the hips. And as you can see, inside the robes there, you've got the legs sculpted, so you've got hollow robes there, which look really cool. As you can see, Kylo is wearing his hooded robe, which he doesn't actually wear unmasked in the film, but I'm assuming that this is from some sort of deleted scene, or maybe even that scene in the trailer where he's walking with his back turned to the camera through the woods, and then he ignites his lightsaber. Obviously at that point in the movie, Kylo does have his mask off, so maybe that was a deleted scene that we didn't get to see. But obviously in the film itself, We don't see Kylo without the mask with the hood up. So Hasbro have obviously taken that into consideration and given us a removable hood, which, as you can see, can be taken off like so. And you can actually add this to the Armour Up Kylo Ren figure if you wish, you know, the one that doesn't have the hood sculpted to the helmet. So that's a nice inclusion. And as you can see, this gives us a better appreciation of Kylo's head sculpt underneath, which I've got to say is a reasonable likeness to Adam Driver. It's not quite on the same level as the Disney Store Elite Series diecast figure, but it's still very cool nonetheless. I do get sort of Revenge of the Sith era Anakin Skywalker vibes from this figure, whether it's the haircut or whether it's the fact that you've got the hood as well. I'm not really sure, but he definitely has some Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker vibes going on there, which is really cool. Nice link between the two characters. As you can see, with regards to the rest of the figure, the left arm is posed in this sort of force use pose. We see him use this quite regular in the film, obviously during the torture of Poe Dameron and Rey, during those very cool interrogation scenes, and also of course when he is summoning the lightsaber out of the snow, which eventually swipes right past him and lands in the hand of Rey. Speaking of lightsabers, obviously Kylo does feature his now iconic crossguard lightsaber, which is a brand new sculpt, I believe. The hilt on this one feels much thinner and much more brittle than the previous releases, so do be careful of breakage with this one. But as you can see, the sculpt has not been neglected, and there's some great detail in the hilt itself. And you've got that fiery red blade as well, which looks fantastic. With regards to the rest of the costume, you've got some great sculpted texture as always. Really stunning detail in the outfit, as you can see. Some of those underrobes being revealed in the lower part of the body, and again this really cool pose throughout the entire figure. I've got to say this one is going to look great in a display, and even though this particular appearance of Kylo is screen accurate, I really love the look of this figure with the hood on, so I will be displaying him like this in my displays. Again, phenomenal figure, really impressed with this one, and I think once you guys pick it up you will be as well. So highly recommended figure all round, very cool indeed, and really nice to finally have a 3 3/4 inch version of Kylo Ren featured in our collections. And you can obviously go ahead and recreate those famous yet heartbreaking scenes from The Force Awakens with you know, Han Solo himself, but spoiler alert, we'll not talk about that here. So there you go, that is Kylo Ren from The Force Awakens Build-A-Weapon line. Kylo Ren Unmasked, very cool figure, highly recommended, and as always there's a link in the video description where you can purchase this guy if you want to pick him up. So thank you for watching this review guys, I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll be back with some more reviews very soon. Got some figures from the Forest mission theme of the Build-A-Weapon line to give you a look at next. So make sure you stay tuned for all of those, and until next time, as always, keep collecting, and may the Force be with you.